Phantom Blade Zero is an upcoming action role-playing game developed by S-Game. Set in a universe where Chinese martial arts intersect with steampunk aesthetics, players step into the shoes of Soul, an elite assassin serving a mysterious organization known as the Order. Framed for the murder of the Order's leader and gravely injured, Soul is saved by a mystic healer's makeshift cure that grants him only 66 days to live. Within this limited time, he must navigate a semi-open world, battling formidable foes and uncovering the truth behind the conspiracy that led to his downfall. The game promises fast-paced combat, intricate swordplay, and a rich narrative deeply rooted in Chinese mythology and wuxia storytelling. Game of Thrones, Kingsroad is an upcoming role-playing game set in the expansive universe of George R.R. Martin's A Song of Ice and Fire. Players will embark on a journey along the famed Kingsroad, encountering iconic characters, engaging in political intrigue, and making choices that influence the fate of the Seven Kingdoms. The game emphasizes narrative depth, allowing players to align with various factions, forge alliances, and experience multiple branching storylines. Combat combines strategic planning with real-time action, reflecting the brutal and unpredictable nature of Westeros. Assassin's Creed Shadows is an upcoming action role-playing game developed by Ubisoft Quebec. Set in 16th century Japan during the late Sengoku period, the game introduces two protagonists, Fujibayashi Naoe, a skilled female shinobi from Iga province, and Yasuke, an African samurai inspired by the historical figure of the same name. Players will experience intertwined narratives, exploring themes of destiny and transformation against the backdrop of feudal Japan. The game emphasizes a blend of stealth and combat, allowing players to approach missions with varied strategies.
開けるでない。奪われてもならぬ。約束しろ。
約束する。
Fight for what is right. For the freedom to seek justice.
Where Winds Meet is an upcoming open-world wuxia role-playing game developed by Everstone Studios and published by NetEase. Set during the tumultuous 5 Dynasties and 10 Kingdoms period following the fall of the Tang Dynasty, players assume the role of a wandering swordsman navigating a land fraught with conflict and intrigue. The game offers a dynamic combat system, allowing mastery of various weapons and fighting styles, including traditional martial arts and swordplay. Beyond combat, players can engage in diverse life skills such as medicine, crafting, and trade, influencing the game's world and narrative outcomes. Outer Worlds 2 is the anticipated sequel to Obsidian Entertainment's acclaimed sci-fi role-playing game. Set in the new Arcadia star system, players will step into the shoes of an Earth Directorate agent tasked with investigating mysterious rifts threatening the colony amidst escalating factional conflicts. Building upon its predecessor, the game promises an expanded arsenal, enhanced visuals, and a deeper focus on action-oriented gameplay. Players can expect to navigate a richly detailed universe, making impactful choices that shape the narrative and the world around them.
More weapons! And more graphics? Get ready for an adventure that took 3 times longer to make, but will almost certainly be 2 times bigger.
Baby, 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 you ain't seen nothing yet. Baby, you just ain't seen nothing yet. There's something that you...
Elden Ring NIGHTREIGN is an upcoming action role-playing game developed by From Software, serving as a cooperative spin-off to the critically acclaimed Elden Ring. Set in a procedurally generated version of Limgrave, players will form teams of 3 to survive over 3 in-game days, facing escalating challenges and preparing for a climactic final boss battle. The game introduces a dynamic environment where the playable area shrinks after each day's minor boss defeat, adding strategic depth to exploration and combat. While retaining the core combat mechanics of its predecessor, NIGHTREIGN emphasizes cooperative gameplay, requiring players to coordinate their actions and abilities to overcome formidable foes. Soulframe is an upcoming free-to-play action MMORPG developed by Digital Extremes, the creators of Warframe. Set in a fantasy world inspired by themes of nature and restoration, players assume the role of envoys, warriors tasked with restoring balance to a realm in conflict with its environment. The game emphasizes melee combat and exploration, drawing inspiration from titles like Monster Hunter and Elden Ring. Players will navigate a vast, interconnected world where their choices impact both the narrative and the environment. The development team has been actively engaging with the community through Soul Shorts, providing insights into the game's progress and features.
Like the wind.
Alkahest is an action-adventure RPG set in a murky medieval world, developed by the Cyprus-based studio Push On. Players take on the role of the youngest son of a petty lord, striving to prove their worth amidst feudal turmoil. The game features dynamic first-person melee combat with a focus on environmental interaction, allowing players to utilize the surroundings to their advantage, be it dropping a tree on enemies or setting traps. Alchemy plays a central role, replacing traditional magic systems. Players can craft various potions and substances with effects that vary based on usage, adding depth to both combat and exploration. Ballad of Antara is an upcoming free-to-play action RPG developed by Tipsworks Studio and published by Infold Games. Set in a fantasy realm plagued by a mysterious mist-like phenomenon, players embark on a perilous journey to seek out towering divine creatures and retrieve the lost essences of the land. Assuming the roles of emissaries, powerful entities wielding elemental forces, players will experience unique classes, diverse gameplay capabilities, and engaging, mysterious storylines. The game offers meticulously crafted environments with intricate level designs, encouraging exploration across various regions and biomes.
抱歉，这种说法一定让你感到困惑。即便你同我一样，拥有小小的秘密，就让我再一次引领你的归途吧。
Neverness to Everness is an upcoming free-to-play open-world action RPG developed by Hata Studio, known for their previous title, Tower of Fantasy. Set in the urban landscape of Hetero, players take on the role of an appraiser exploring a city teeming with supernatural anomalies. The game combines traditional action RPG elements with unique features such as vehicle customization and dynamic urban exploration. Players can engage in high-speed street races, battle enigmatic entities, and delve into a narrative rich with urban legends and mysteries. Vikings Dynasty is an upcoming survival and village-building simulation game developed by Digital Daredevils and published by Toplitz Productions. Set against the rugged backdrop of a Norse archipelago, players begin their journey as survivors of a shipwreck, striving to establish a thriving settlement amidst the challenges of nature and Norse mythology. As the Jarl, players will oversee resource management, assign tasks to villagers such as farming, hunting, and fishing, and construct various types of boats to explore neighboring islands. The game emphasizes immersion into Viking life, incorporating elements like rune application to enhance equipment and offerings to the gods for blessings.
Boat. Eventually, you can build your own ships and take them out to sea, either to explore the archipelago or even to go fishing. And yes, you can decorate your ship. We assume that you are referencing the TV
The Wayward Realms is an ambitious open-world fantasy RPG under development by Once Lost Games, a studio helmed by veteran developers Ted Peterson and Julian LaFay, known for their pivotal roles in creating the Elder Scrolls series. Designed as a spiritual successor to titles like Arena and Daggerfall, the game is set within a vast archipelago comprising over 100 realistically scaled islands. In this dynamic world, numerous factions vie for power and influence, with players' choices and actions significantly impacting the evolving political and social landscape.
Excellent. We have the information we need. Now let's be on our way. We have our goal, but there will be some obstacles in the way. It is up to us how we wish to achieve it. Combat. Stealth.
Avowed is an upcoming first-person fantasy RPG developed by Obsidian Entertainment, set in the expansive world of Eora, familiar to fans of the Pillars of Eternity series. Players will explore the Living Lands, a region teeming with diverse environments and rich lore. As an envoy from the Aedir Empire, your mission is to investigate a mysterious plague known as the Dream Scourge, uncover ancient secrets, and navigate complex political intrigues. The game offers a dynamic combat system, allowing players to wield a combination of magic, melee weapons, and firearms. Choices made throughout the journey will significantly impact the narrative and the world around you, ensuring a personalized and immersive experience.
Pleasant matters. The Living Lands is fractured. Sometimes I think the island has a mind of its own. There is no easy path from here, for you or any of us. So you will decide.
Gothic 1 Remake is a modern reimagining of the classic 2001 action role-playing game, developed by Alchemia Interactive and published by THQ Nordic. Set in the kingdom of Myrtana, players assume the role of the nameless hero, a prisoner thrust into a dangerous mining colony sealed off by a magical barrier. The remake aims to faithfully recreate the original game's atmosphere and narrative while introducing enhanced graphics, a modernized combat system, and quality-of-life improvements to appeal to both new players and long-time fans. Players will navigate a world filled with wild creatures, treacherous factions, and complex political dynamics, making choices that influence the course of the story.
How you stay truthful to the original experience of playing such a game, which was quite innovative, quite new to the whole market and what it brought to RPGs.
I got immersed into the world of Gothic.
When I was young, I played the games in German. It was one of the only games which had a real character and authenticity.
Fable is an upcoming action role-playing game developed by Playground Games and published by Xbox Game Studios. Serving as a reboot of the beloved Fable series, this installment transports players back to the whimsical and often satirical world of Albion. Emphasizing player choice, the game allows for a personalized journey where decisions shape the narrative and the world around the protagonist. Players can engage in a variety of activities, from heroic quests to mischievous exploits, all while interacting with a dynamic environment filled with humor and intrigue. The game is built using the Forza Tech engine, promising stunning visuals and a seamless open-world experience.
The skill, the talent, the power. She was something else, all right. She was terrifying. So, yeah, I knew this girl once who made all the wrong choices.
Humphrey. She's back.
I'm going to fix it, this place. And no one is going to stand in my way.
WUCHANG Fallen Feathers is an upcoming Souls-like action role-playing game developed by Lindsay Games and published by 505 Games. Set during the late Ming Dynasty in China, the game immerses players in the war-torn and plague-ridden lands of Shu. Players assume the role of WUCHANG, a female warrior afflicted by the mysterious feathering disease, which transforms humans into monstrous beings. The gameplay focuses on challenging combat, exploration of interconnected areas, and a deep narrative inspired by Chinese history and mythology. Utilizing Unreal Engine 5, the game promises detailed environments and fluid combat mechanics, offering a fresh perspective within the action RPG genre. Lost Soul Aside is an upcoming action-adventure RPG developed by the Chinese studio Ulti Games. The game follows Khazur, a young swordsman who becomes fused with a symbiotic entity known as Arena. Together, they embark on a journey to save Khazur's sister and humanity from dimensional invaders. The gameplay emphasizes fast-paced combat, allowing players to chain lightning-fast combos, learn new abilities, and upgrade weapons to face formidable enemies and colossal bosses. The game's aesthetic draws inspiration from titles like Final Fantasy XV and Devil May Cry, featuring a blend of sci-fi and fantasy elements.
Let me be your vengeance. The blade in your hand. You never wanted to be a hero. But for
Vampire, The Masquerade, Bloodlines. 2 is an upcoming action RPG developed by the Chinese Room and published by Paradox Interactive. Set in a dark, immersive version of modern-day Seattle, players assume the role of Fire, an elder vampire who awakens from a prolonged slumber to find the city's vampire factions embroiled in conflict. The game emphasizes player choice, allowing for alliances with various vampire clans, each offering unique abilities and narrative paths. Gameplay features a combination of stealth, combat, and supernatural powers with a focus on immersive storytelling and complex character interactions.
If I were a betting man, I'd say the heads are just starting to roll. And I am a betting man.
Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is an upcoming turn-based role-playing game developed by Sandfall Interactive and published by Kepler Interactive. Set in a dark fantasy world inspired by France's Belle Epoque era, the game follows a group of protagonists attempting to stop the enigmatic paintress whose godlike powers can bring death to those she depicts. The gameplay combines traditional turn-based mechanics with real-time elements, requiring players to execute timely dodges and parries during combat. The narrative delves into themes of mortality and art, offering a rich, immersive experience.
We'll break the cycle, so she can't steal anyone else's future.
This world is full of wonders.
Yet everywhere we go, we walk with death.
Do you mean we're the only ones left?
Monster Hunter Wilds is the latest installment in Capcom's renowned action RPG series. This entry introduces players to a vast, dynamically changing environment where they hunt a variety of formidable monsters. The game emphasizes an immersive ecosystem, with monsters interacting in a realistic manner and environments that transform drastically, affecting gameplay strategies. New features include the Secret Mount, designed to aid hunters in traversing the wild terrains and engaging in battles. The game caters to both newcomers and veteran players, offering accessible mechanics without compromising on the series' signature depth and challenge.
Has arrived, and we can share in it together.
I've selected you,
as a lead hunter for this expedition.
It's not much of a lead, but it's the best one we've got.
You're gonna sit and cry or get up and help?
Yeah, let's do it!
My vote is to save as many lives as possible.
I had no idea just how big the world is. Hunter, what even is that thing? It's not like any Rathalos I've ever seen.